Wade Rivers had spent more than 30 years behind the wheel of a truck, braving icy highways, whiteout blizzards, and engine breakdowns in the heart of winter, but all his experience couldn't prepare him for the night that would alter his life forever. The cold was bone-deep as his rig rumbled down the narrow, winding path cutting through the Alaskan wilderness. Snowflakes swirled in his headlights, drifting down in thick sheets. The silence settled heavy, wrapping around him like a suffocating blanket, but something felt off. The wind whistled through the trees in an eerie, unnatural way, almost like distant voices calling out in warning. Shadows flickered in the corners of his vision, vanishing when he turned his head. A prickle of unease crawled down his spine. The radio was dead. No chatter from other truckers, no weather reports, just static. Wade shifted in his seat, rolling his stiff shoulders. "Just another night," he muttered. Then, out of the darkness, golden eyes appeared. Dozens of them. His breath hitched. He slammed the brakes, the truck skidding slightly before coming to a stop. A pride of lions, at least 15 strong, emerged from the snow-covered trees, their muscular forms eerily still against the stormy backdrop. Lions, here? That was impossible. His pulse quickened as his fingers hovered near his hunting knife. He wasn't about to be a meal. But the lions didn't charge. They didn't run. They just watched. The lead lion, a monstrous beast with a thick, scarred mane, let out a deep, guttural growl. The others responded in unison, their voices carrying through the trees like a ghostly chorus. Wade had been around animals long enough to recognize communication when he saw it, but this wasn't ordinary animal instinct, this was something else. Then he heard it, a distant, earth-shaking rumble. His stomach twisted. The ground beneath his truck trembled, a deep vibration rattling through the frame. His gut knew what his mind refused to believe. An avalanche. It started as a distant roar, but within seconds, it became a monstrous, deafening wave of destruction. Snow, ice, and shattered trees tumbled down the mountainside at terrifying speed, devouring everything in its path. The air pressure alone sent a shiver through his chest. A warning from nature itself. Wade shoved the truck into gear, ready to gun it in reverse. But before he could move, the lead lion let out a sharp, bark-like roar. The lions moved, not randomly, not in panic, but with eerie precision. They formed a corridor, an unmistakable path leading through the trees. No way, Wade breathed. They weren't blocking him in. They were guiding him out. He didn't have time to hesitate. The avalanche was seconds away. He fled. His truck roared to life, then sputtered and died. No, no, no. Come on, baby. Don't do this to me now. He twisted the key frantically, the engine groaning but refusing to catch. His breath came in short gasps, his fingers ice cold against the ignition. The avalanche thundered closer, and just as panic took hold, a low, rumbling growl sounded right outside his window. The lead lion had approached, its massive head inches from the glass. Its golden eyes bore into him, unblinking, as if challenging him to act. Wade could almost feel the beast's breath fogging up the window. For a second, he thought the lion might attack. Then the lion let out a sharper, urgent snarl. Wade turned the key one more time. The engine roared to life. He didn't think. He slammed his foot on the gas, following the lions at breakneck speed. Behind him, the avalanche thundered down, swallowing the road he had just been on. He pushed the gas pedal harder, his knuckles white against the steering wheel. Then he saw it, a fallen tree, half buried in snow, blocking the only way forward. Damn it. The lions didn't falter. Several of them rushed toward the tree, their massive paws digging into the frozen wood. The lead lion let out a commanding roar, and two younger males joined the effort. With raw strength, they pushed, clawed, and tore at the branches. Wade's heart pounded. The avalanche was closing in, an unstoppable force of nature bearing down on them. Then, with a final powerful shove, the tree rolled aside. Wade gunned the engine, squeezing the truck through the narrow opening, just as the white wall of death swallowed the landscape behind him. The pressure from the forest sent his truck skidding, the back tires fishtailing wildly. He fought the wheel, cursing under his breath as he regained control. The snowstorm thickened. The once clear night became a swirling nightmare of white. Visibility dropped to near zero, and the howling wind drowned out everything else. He could barely see the lions. But they never stopped. They moved with an uncanny certainty, guiding him through the chaos. For what felt like an eternity, he followed them. His body ached from gripping the wheel too tightly. His breath came in shallow gasps. The cold seeped into his bones. But he kept going. Then, through the blinding storm, he saw it. A clearing. The road dipped into a valley where a frozen river stretched like a silver ribbon beneath the moonlight. The lions picked up speed, urging him forward. He didn't question them. He followed. The moment his tires hit the frozen riverbank, a final, deafening crash echoed behind him. The last of the avalanche poured down, sealing off the path they had come from. If he had been a second slower, he didn't finish the thought. The truck sputtered to a stop. Wade slumped forward, his chest heaving. His fingers trembled as he unlatched his seatbelt and pushed open the truck door. The cold air hit him like a sledgehammer, but he barely noticed. The lead lion stood just a few feet away, his amber eyes locked onto Wade's, a gaze that held the weight of centuries, a primal understanding. He looked at the beast, truly seeing him for the first time, not as a predator, but as a magnificent being. The scars along his muzzle, a map of battles fought and won, spoke of resilience and survival. The strength in his body, a taut musculature hummed by the harsh environment, radiated power and grace. The wisdom in his eyes, ancient and profound, held the secrets of the wild, a silent language that transcended human understanding. "Thank you," Wade whispered, his voice trembling slightly, though the words felt utterly inadequate, a feeble attempt to express the overwhelming gratitude that surged through him. He knew that no human language could fully capture the depth of his emotion, the profound connection he felt in that moment. The lion held his gaze a moment longer, a silent acknowledgement. Then, as if satisfied with the unspoken exchange, he turned, his powerful form moving with regal grace. The pride followed, a silent procession vanishing into the snowy wilderness, blending seamlessly with the stark white landscape. Wade watched them go, a lump in his throat, his heart pounding with a mixture of awe and disbelief. He knew that the world would never believe him, that his story would sound like a fantastical tale, a product of an overactive imagination. But he would never forget the image of the lion's amber eyes, the silent exchange of gratitude, the profound sense of connection, forever etched in his memory. It was a moment that had changed him, a transformative experience that had revealed the hidden depths of the natural world, the unspoken bonds that existed between all living beings. He understood then, more deeply than ever, the delicate balance of the ecosystem, the interconnectedness of life, and the importance of respecting the wild. Days later, footage from Wade's dashboard camera circulated online, sending the world into a frenzy. Scientists debated. Conservationists called for the protection of wildlife. The internet exploded with theories, calling it everything from divine intervention to an unexplained evolutionary miracle. Wade just knew one thing: without those lions, he wouldn't be alive to tell the tale. And maybe, just maybe, humanity had underestimated the depth of the connection between man and nature. Amid the fury of a deadly storm, Wade Rivers came face to face with an unstoppable force of nature, but in the moment he needed it most, a pride of lions did the unimaginable. They led him to safety. Were they simply following instinct, or was there something more, an unseen bond between man and the wild that defies explanation? One thing is clear: Wade's experience challenges everything we thought we knew about the awareness, unity, and even compassion of nature's most fearsome predators. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you like this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.